Well, that pay-per-view certainly happened, didn't it?
It did indeed.
Yes, I am John Ritlin. This is...
The Derbinator.
Yes, WWE...
I didn't feel like putting up my mustache, so I'm sorry, folks.
I mean, honestly, like, it's really not an occasion to do that. So we do want to announce at...
I would have, but I didn't have an extra hour today. I wonder why.
Oh yeah, we all got
Fuck
sprung.
you, daylight savings.
We all got sprung forward. So, want to make an announcement here about WrestleMania. You are going to be busy.
Yes.
I'm going to be watching it solo. So just, this will be the one pay-per-view review that you get from us for until May, probably. But we are going to possibly maybe do audio podcasts of like the indie shows that we watch. We'll see. Whole point is, how was this show? Philly at times was a good crowd and at times was a shitty crowd. It's almost like they were at a 76ers game and they wanted to trust the process. And then they didn't like the process and they gave up on the process.
You know what a terrible name for a team is? The year that they were founded?
Yeah? Is that when they were founded?
I have no idea, but
Cool.
It sounds like it was.
It does. So, look, how was WWE Chamber in a nutshell? Did it over-deliver? Yes. But I also had no fucking expectations
It
for
under-promised and over-delivered.
which I'm not sure how that works. But was it a bad pay-per-view? No, it wasn't. It is by no means the best pay-per-view that I've seen in the past couple weeks.
It was an extended episode of Raw.
But there were some good moments. Now, I don't know, as you point out, I don't know how Truth keeps a straight face talking about all this stuff on the pre-show like he does.
More power to him.
Yeah, good for him. Viking Raiders beat Hawkins and Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
That happened. The Viking Raiders were more...
Oh shit, it did.
Yeah. They were more heelish. Not that it matters, because the Viking Raiders are pretty much dead. Pretty much dead. I mean, they're good in the ring.
Yeah, who's pretty much dead? Hawkins and Ryder.
They've been dead. There ain't no pretty much about that. So, we get an Usos promo. And, boy, if they would know about being in pods inside chambers, boy, would they ever. Some kind of
I don't think
jail.
they've ever been in an elimination chamber before.
I think they have. Not sure, though. So anyway, maybe they were in the 2015 one. So, the whole point. Bryan versus Gulak in a really good submission-based match that the crowd took a while to get into. Now, to be fair, I don't think the crowd was so much bored by this. I think for Daniel Bryan, they were
It
appreciative.
takes a lot for people to appreciate catch wrestling.
Especially in a big setting like that. In a small setting that the indie shows we've been, less so.
Yeah, well, even that can be tough for people to get into because it's hard for them to kind of wrap their heads around.
Grasp the whole concept. But was the match good? Yes, the match was good. It's Drew Gulak getting a chance to shine on a pay-per-view outside of the Cruiserweight division, which all due respect to the Cruiserweight division, is as alive as my sex life. It is totally dead. So, look, the Cruiserweight, just put it on NXT and disband 205 Live. Was this something good that, you could watch again? Yeah, I would argue this is probably the best match on the show.
Yes.
At least outside of the chamber matches. Because, yeah, those had the eye-popping moments. The end over...
Oh, Vader! Where'd you come from?
Oh, God. Oh, man, that was... Stan Hansen pulled no punches, literally. So, we get an end-over-end suplex outside. Ouch.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan landing on his goddamn
After
head.
Really suplex, I think Bryan may have tried to oversell that and then ended up...
God, he almost pulled a Jason Jordan right there. So, look... Father, why don't you love me? So...
Don't you love me, Father? I have a broken freaking neck, too. Oh, poor Jason Jordan.
I hope he's okay. I mean, he's going to be doing a producer role. But anyway, there was a nice thing where Gulak kept focusing on the head, focusing on the neck, did the Gulak. But Bryan got away and then got the label lock on eventually and got Drew to pass out but not tap out. That's a good story right there. Because you could do this again at some point. Maybe not at Mania, but you could do this again at some point, and it's a good way to help Gulak get over in defeat. And Bryan even showed him respect afterwards. That was some good stuff. And then we have Ziggler and Rude, and some weird glitchy stuff, which, as you point out, because of all the light things in the middle, that's probably...
Could possibly be Mustafa Ali if it's not Killer Cross.
Killer Cross is on NXT. Because they've been doing the TikTok stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
I didn't realize WWE had a TikTok.
Oh, they do. TikTok can kiss my ass because I hate it. I don't hate anybody that uses it. I just don't see the point in it. But we then get another match that was basically an extended edition of what we've seen on Raw. Andrade with Zelina in a salsa dress. Naturally, she was going dancing at some point. Seriously, it looked like a salsa dress.
It's a salsa dress. It was very fruity. Tomato was a fruit.
Oh God, it is. Versus Humberto Carrillo, U.S. Championship match.
Can you say that again?
Humberto. I am not going to try to say his last name.
Humberto Carrillo?
Sure, because I can't say it. Because I don't speak Spanish. I don't even roll my R's. I don't even like rolling out of bed. So anyway.
He doesn't like rolling his arse.
No. But I wish that they would team... When Riddle gets called up, they need to team Andrade and Riddle up. El Ida, bro. I'm proud of that. You're disappointed in me, aren't you?
I was going to say, I can't believe you didn't go with Humberto Carrillo.
Carrillo just sounds like a line of Brazilian hotels or something. Anyway, so they went with a lot of flippy shit. This match went too long, though. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sorry. And it was a good match, don't get me wrong, but we've seen this enough. And Humberto lost because Andrade held the tights. Look,
let's keep this feud going! Yay!
Throw Ray and Angel Garza in there and make it a 4-way ladder match. Make it a 5-way. Put Zelina in there. Fuck. I mean, she's doing
Maybe don't.
She could do some moves.
She can do some moves. Yes, that is correct.
Technically correct. No, but put those 4 in there. Have them just go nuts. Throw a couple other cruiserweights in there. Throw some people that can do flippy shit that I like. I don't know. Throw people in there. Throw Ricochet in there. Have Ricochet compete for the U.S. Championship. Make it... Seriously, just do something and throw...
Have him do something.
That without losing
Like get a manager.
Have him get MVP. And then have that not work out. And then blame Ricochet for it. I think, though, do a U.S. title ladder match. Just go for that. Mm-hmm. It gets people... Yes, it would be involving everybody. Everybody gets a participation trophy. But it'd be exciting. And hopefully Ray wouldn't die. Hopefully nobody would die. But Ray, in his knees. Anyway. So... We get Styles with an interview with Charlie. Charlie's dress looked like it was straight out of, Logan's Run or something. I don't know what the deal was. But...
Logan's Runs?
Hopefully not. Hopefully... No, I don't... It wasn't shiny for that reason. But Styles says... He's talking about a no DQ match with Aleister Black. He says, if anyone is going to get disqualified, it's going to be me. In a no DQ match. I guess that is his...
Doing a good lucha thing. Oh, God damn it. Woo!
Oh, God, because he said, wait, what's that over there? God damn, Styles!
AJ Styles isn't paid to care at this point.
I mean...
He's paid to do fantastic matches, which he's usually good at. But
this
next match was a little... long in the tooth.
The tag team chamber match?
No.
That's what was next.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, we'll talk about that in a minute. The chamber match started slow. By the way, here are the participants. Miz and Morrison, ho, hey, Rude and Ziggler. A team I don't care about. Lucha House Party, a team I really don't care about. Sorry, I mean, even though they're not bad athletes. Heavy Machinery, insert the same thing from before. New Day and Usos. Look, at least they're involving 6 teams, and at least I guess there's a reason. It's the
and only one of them was thrown together.
Yeah, Rude and Ziggler. Oh,
well, like a couple together tag team, not a. These people are an actual tag team. It's an actual tag title name.
I read Cobbler. I heard Cobbler together because I'm hungry for dessert. So anyway,
well, I'm making you dessert. You didn't let me know far enough ahead, so I can't make anything.
It's a good point. Yeah. So of course the Usos could not be in a pod because they didn't want flashbacks. So anyway, Usos and New Day battle. Starting out all that crazy. They doing that? They were doing like Uso crazy somewhere. So they fought and they did all their stuff like normal. Here come the Luchas. They get in. And it was a bit botchy. Here comes
the Luchas. Here we go.
Lucha talk. Anyway. So
Lucha Libre.
Good Lucha things. No. So botchy. It was a bit botchy at first. This took a bit to get going. Once it got going, it was fine.
Yeah.
There was we'll talk about some in a sec. Dorado at one point landing with almost snapping his ankles in the cage wall trying to catch himself. I hope everybody's okay from this because that looked bad. A lot of flippy shit off the pod. Miz and Morrison in. And then we get Heavy Machinery in. And, okay, then we get Dorado at the top of the cage, as you do, because that's something you can do. He's like, hey, I'm just going to do this and fall on everybody. It kind of reminds me of how Morrison did that, except I think Dorado did more of a rotation up. It's still... I'm glad nobody died during that, because that looked pretty brutal. Mm-hmm. And then the Luchas get gone. They just get gone at some point. Tucker dives, which is pretty good. Tucker actually dives.
Yes.
Tucker actually did pretty well here. They were cheering for Otis, naturally.
Because Otis has as much personality as he does belly fat.
So Philly boos Santa Claus, but they'll cheer him.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm just...
They're trying to make it up. I mean, they'll boo one fat bearded guy, but they'll cheer another.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mostly because Otis could probably eat all of them and also lift all of them at once.
Is it the steaks and weights thing? Is that what you go? Okay.
All of the steaks and all of the weights.
Otis, at one point, tries to run a Ziggler, do the old Goldberg-Jericho spot, except he runs through the pod side, and then it just falls outside. I mean, obviously it was gimmick, but that looked pretty... I hope he's okay, because that's a lot of mass to hit the floor.
Yeah.
That fast. And then Tucker got pinned at one point, and excuse me for pointing out that Corey, of course, got excited because the Mexican commentary team had the wall right by them, so of course he did. Mm-hmm. Fucking trumper. Anyway, so... Tucker got pinned soon after. The crowd booed. Now, Rude and Ziggler did get some good heat. Or maybe it's because we don't want to see Ziggler on TV in 2020.
Yeah.
But then New Day beat them up. Uso splashes. And then they start cheering, na na na, or na 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 na, hey hey, goodbye to Rude and Ziggler. So at least they got that.
I like how you're trying to rush to the na 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 na.
I can't.
Na 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 na.
Yeah.
Hey! Goodbye.
All right. In all honesty, if they are trying to make me care about this Otis Ziggler thing,
they're failing.
We'll stop trying because it wasn't working.
I haven't watched a whole lot of SmackDown or Raw in the past few weeks, and, my brain seems to feel a lot better for it. But at the same time, this is really this should have been a one-off plot line, that, a couple episodes, call it good.
I mean, because if this is the best use you got of Mandy, who wasn't even on the pay-per-view, by the way...
This is not something that should be turned into a serious plot line.
No. And
it feels like they're going to try and head that route.
I don't know. I review it so you don't have to, but even my patience for SmackDown is waning. So, anyway, Miz and Morrison ended up pinning Kofi.
Real sports feel, folks!
Now, that was AEW.
No, that was what they wanted to do with SmackDown, the rumors.
That's true.
With Fox, they wanted a more sports-oriented feel.
Yeah, and then AEW wanted to do more sports-oriented feel. How's that working out?
AEW realized that characters can sometimes be more important than athleticism.
Check out my Revolution pay-per-view review if you want to know the thoughts, because we're talking about WWE here. If you watch both, great, because you can enjoy both, or you can enjoy one or the other. You can enjoy New Japan, you can enjoy whatever the fuck you want. You can enjoy Ring of Honor, somehow. So, anyway, burying Ring of Honor for no reason. Miz and Morrison end up pinning the Usos with their feet on the ropes. Mm-hmm. And Miz and Morrison retain.
Yes.
And then Alistair versus Styles with Gallows and Anderson. Look, there's laborious, there's slow, there's deliberate, there's methodical, and this was laborious. This was filling time for the sake of it. These two are tremendous athletes.
They could have put on a much more succinct and focused match that didn't require any outside help and just put on a good fucking match.
The interference wasn't what bothered me. I expected it.
Yeah.
It's how they drew it out.
Yes.
That's what bothered me.
And eventually everyone popped for Undertaker's dong.
As you do.
Yeah.
Before that, though, Styles sent Alistair over the Berlin Wall. The German announcers.
They were in Philadelphia. I don't think that's possible.
It's not? Fuck. Anyway, the Undertaker's dong, as you were saying.
Yes. Was big and created a huge pop. As soon as it arrived in the middle of the ring. And immediately choked out the OC.
Yeah, he choked out Gallows and Anderson while having the most memeable face. While Gallows and Anderson were on their knees, and I'm just like, I can't get over that. That's what I took away from this match. Was Undertaker, 55 years old, having two men in near 40 on their knees? What do I view in wrestling, Chris? Why do I view wrestling this way?
I mean, it's half-naked men grappling each other.
Trying to submit each other viciously.
Yeah.
The brutal fisting techniques and all
anyway, after this welcome interruption, Aleister Black hits the Black Mass on AJ Styles. Pins him for the winsome.
Styles sold that pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we get the Street Profits versus Murphy and Rollins as the Raw Tag Team Championship. This was also too long.
Yes. Not too terribly long in comparison, but it did overstay its welcome.
Yeah, it was fine. You had AOP out there, they interfered, then the Viking Raiders ran him off, and you had all this stuff and everything. Yeah. And look, Owens does distract, eating the popcorn and pointing like, hey, by the way, he's right behind you to Rollins. And then Dawkins runs him into the barricade. Yeah. They run Murphy into the barricade. The Street Profits do. Big frog splash, 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm. Because I've seen these matches this has been going on for a while. This feud needs to end.
Yes.
Just end it. Have the Street Profits face somebody. I don't know who you haven't faced.
All right.
But then that's pretty much it. It wasn't bad. I mean, they pinned Rollins.
Continue to WrestleMania.
Probably. Well, no. Owens and Rollins are wrestling at WrestleMania. So, Braun versus Sami, Cesaro, and Nakamura.
AOP can continue to pursue Street Profits.
AOP need to find a personality, and then they can do that. The P stands for not personality. Braun, Sami, Cesaro, Nakamura. 3-on-1 IC title match. Look.
I took a bathroom break.
I get, and you know what? So did the crowd, evidently, because a lot of people didn't care. Sami ends up pinning Braun. Look, that's pretty much what because of all the 3-on-1 stuff. I'm happy that Sami won a singles championship finally. 1, it's about 3 years too late. 2, because I can hold up fingers, there is no reason that I can have faith in WWE booking this properly. Because they haven't cared about the Intercontinental Championship in years. They haven't cared about the U.S. Championship in years. If they can book this well, because if Braun beats him at WrestleMania, what the fuck's the point?
Yes.
You should have had 3-on-1, Nakamura as champion, Sami pins Braun, and then Sami somehow wins the championship. Or you could have had Braun win the championship a month before, and had it for a little longer. It just, hot potatoing the championship never works. Good on Sami, but hot potatoing never works.
It was good to see him in an actual match for once, even if it wasn't a singles match.
Yeah, it just.
But anyway, we get to the main event.
Women's Elimination Chamber match, and good, for International Women's Day. Hey, you had some international women here.
Hey.
Asuka. That's about, no. Natty, Canadian, right, sorry.
You forget that Canada's another country sometimes.
Sometimes I do, because I have so many
cool people. It's not just America's hat.
Right, yep. To be fair, they're doing better than us. Asuka, Sarah Logan, Liv Morgan, Shayna Baszler, Ruby Riott, and Natty. Yes. Ruby and Natty starting out. Some good stuff. They had some good action here. Of course, Liv just mocking Ruby, and then Natty gains. Natty took a lot of face bumps here. I hope she's okay. We get Sarah out at third. She attacks Natty, running her into the ring post, just murdering her. Knee to Natty's face off the pod. And then Shayna gets in. She just takes out everybody.
Yes.
She takes out Ruby. She takes out Sarah. Then she takes out Ruby within like a minute. Takes out Natty a couple minutes afterwards. Kills some time.
Morgan comes out. She comes out guns blazing. Is taken out fast as fucking lightning.
Bashed against that cage wall. I hope these women are okay. Yeah, well, I mean, that first one was brutal.
Yes.
I hope she's okay. I hope every single one of these women are okay. This was a good representation of women's wrestling. Now, I know I'm not the biggest Shayna Baszler fan, but if you're going to do something with her and you're going to utilize some women, you want to utilize some women properly, smash her over people and have her go on to face Becky.
Yeah. Anyway, eventually Asuka gets out of her pod and these two go to war.
It didn't last long.
No, but it was a great showcase of Asuka's still Asuka.
Yes.
She's more than capable of taking down Shayna, but Shayna just gets the upper hand.
And got the upper hand, eventually tapped her out. And that's good. Well, she made her pass out.
Yeah.
That's good, though. I'm not Shayna's biggest fan, but this is the right call to go with because Asuka's already got a match that she's going to have with Kairi against Alexa and Nikki. Ruby, Liv can be rebuilt. Sarah, I don't necessarily know about her. Natty is mid-card where she is, and I love Natty. They can put Ruby and Liv on different shows, give them a push after Mania.
Yeah.
You want to go with Shayna and Becky, I get it. B-, that's where I'm going with it.
B for me, and there's a poll up here.
Yep.
You can agree along with us. Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe. Hit that bell because we have reviews of everything every week.
Yes, we do. So yeah, we're gonna be doing
a lot of effort.
A lot of content. Well, you do too when you do this stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I'm John Ritlin. This is
the Terminator.
Raw review tomorrow. Me or us, who knows?
Yes.
Anyway, see ya.
Bye.